Midwest Lawn Dude here. Today we're going to show you how to sharpen blades on a Toro Super Recycler push mower. You're going to need a grinder, a compressor hose, a socket and a wrench, and a 14-inch long piece of 2x4. This is a Toro Super Recycler. It's very easy to work on. This model has a stand-up feature for storing. Standing this model up makes it very easy to access the undercarriage and blade. I suggest doing this when there's less than a quarter tank of gas left in the tank. So what we're going to do here is we're going to walk around to the back and locate the blue switches. We'll rotate the blue switches and then stand the unit up. But first, let's get our tools ready. We're going to use a 2x4 and a 5/6 socket and wrench. The stand-up feature is simple to work. Just walk around the back and you're going to quarter turn those blue switches, and that would allow the handlebars to fold forward. Once the handlebars are down, we're going to do a quarter turn on the blue switches back the other direction to lock the handlebar in place. Now you have access to the undercarriage and blade. We will use the 2x4 and a 5/6 socket and wrench to unscrew the center bolt, which holds the blade and assembly in place. We will use the 2x4 as a wedge to keep the blade from turning as we loosen the bolt. Grab your 2x4 and locate the bump on the interior of the undercarriage. The 2x4 will rest against it, and you can now rotate the blade so it is snug on the top end of the 2x4. This will keep the blade from rotating as we loosen the center bolt. Attach your socket and rotate counterclockwise to loosen the bolt. Once the bolt is loose, continue unscrewing it with your fingers. This is going to take several more turns. And once you get to the end, there's going to be another piece of the assembly that is on top of the blade. Just take the bolt off, leaving it inside the assembly, and set both parts on the ground. Let's move the blade to a table and put a nice sharp edge on it. Position the blade on a table and let the edge you'll sharpen hang over. Similar to the way I have it here. You will use one hand to hold the blade down and the other hand to work the grinder. Make sure to wear safety glasses. My personal preference is an air grinder with a 60 grit disc. This disc has sharpened my blade all of last summer and still working well. I sharpen my blade every fourth mow, which may be a bit excessive, but I want a clean cut. This unit is easy to operate and is very light. It runs off of compressed air. Make sure your compressor is on and the tank is pressurized. Attach a compressor hose and squeeze the trigger using a steady medium rotation. No need to go full throttle here, folks. Steady medium squeeze will get the job done. The direction of rotation on a disc is extremely important. Whenever you are sharpening a blade, you want to rotate off of the blade. You do not ever want to rotate into the blade. In my instance, the disc is rotating clockwise, to the right. If it were rotating to the left, it would be going into the blade. We always want to rotate off of the blade. A nice steady motion is what you want. It may take a few times to get the feel of the correct angle to hold the disc. A good rule to follow is where the silver appears is where the disc is cutting. Once you get the hang of it, one pass is all that's needed on both sides, and you'll have a crisp, sharp blade. A sharpened blade will look like this. Let's head back over to the mower and reassemble the blade so we can gas it up and get to cutting. Push the bolt through the adapter and then the blade. Let's move that 2x4 and thread the bolt onto the spindle. This may take a few turns. Proceed to hand tighten the bolt. Once it's hand tightened, grab the socket and give it a quarter turn just to make sure that it's on there snug. Don't overdo it here. Let's position the blade so we can put that piece of 2x4 back on the other side and wedge it in there. Rotate the blade so the sharp edge rests on top. We'll put the final crank on there. Make sure you do a good job tightening this down. Pull that piece of wood out, and now your mower blade is back on there, sharp and ready to go. If you find this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Midwest Lawn Dude out.